Thanks, dear.
Rhonda, are you having trouble? She froze.
Oh dear. Okay, guys, welcome to the Cosmic Starseed Academy. Today is Sunday, so it's the Pleiadian Sunday School sessions. And today's date is the 8th of March, 2026. And here in Ireland, it is 7:27 p.m. here in the evening. Welcome, everyone. We are live streaming on YouTube, which is fantastic. It was only about a week ago now that I discovered I'm now able to go live on YouTube, whereas I wasn't able to do that before on this laptop because it's so old. But buttons, they magically appeared. I don't know how or why, or if Dennis even was um, doing secret things to my laptop to update it in the background when I wasn't aware of it, because he magically does that sometimes, bless him. And I think Rhonda is having problems with her connection. So today's date is, I want to remind everyone, today's date is the 8th of March, 2026, and it is 7:28 now p.m. here in Ireland. And these are the Pleiadian Sunday Schools sessions. Although tonight I'm kind of gonna, I don't know what the word is, jiggle things around a little bit and do things a little bit different. Um, Mostly because I was feeling so tired earlier, but now I seem to have recuperated some extra energy. I think it might be due to CDS, which I've been drinking um, for the last 20 minutes. So, and that always kind of perks me up. Um, so I was thinking tonight I might do things a little bit different and do some angel card readings for people here and also for the collective. I might do a collective reading, which I do love doing. And CDS, I cannot remember what it stands for. Um, but Google it maybe. Can never pronounce it, can never remember the name, but it's short for something. Very, I highly recommend it. Really recommend it. It's just a kind of a wonder thing. There are interviews about the miracle man who created it or developed it, and with where Sasha Stone interviews him. So, um, but there's two men that are known as the miracle man. Was a air pilot who fell from a plane and destroyed his body, and the doctor said he would never walk again, and he walked out of the hospital because he realized that all he had was his mind. He no longer had his body because he was completely paralyzed from the neck down, or the eyes down. The only thing he could move was his eyes, and he um, chose to not believe the doctors. So he also is called the miracle man, and he cured himself by through his mind and what his mind would do and accept, and he wouldn't accept the situation that the doctors had given him. So he changed his mind and walked out of the hospital, which so he's called the miracle man. The other one is the developer or creator of CDS, who I think was a scientist, um, who was trying to cure malaria. He was in Africa at the time. Yes, there are lots. Yeah. So see, like a lot of natural good things, there are warnings against it. Um, yeah. So CDS stands for chlorine dioxide solution. Um, I'm just remembering that we're live on YouTube, and they don't like certain words to be said. So I'm kind of I have to be careful with what I say. Um, but for me personally, I love it. I really love it. I'm very aware of my body and very aware of what my body likes and what it doesn't like. And my body loves CDS, loves it. My energy feels clean after I've taken it. Lighter, clearer, not as heavy. Um, so yeah. So it's up to people. I'm not a medical diagnostic or doctor. So it's up to people what they do. But for me personally, I love it. I cannot get enough of it. And I often actually forget to take it and my body feels it. So yeah, it's just so good to be here with you guys. Like, I am also going to have to keep an eye on the live chat messages in YouTube. Um, so I'd like to introduce some people that are joining us this evening. I'd like to introduce Sam Soho. And we're also joined by Dia and Seth and Rhonda, who's very new to the group. Welcome, everyone. And of course, I am Soma Ara. I'm hoping that Dennis will join us in a little bit. But Sam, would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
So every Wednesday it's nothing special other than the fact that all the light worker can come and join at one place and get together and do meditation. Really just a quiet place. Everybody bring their own energetics and everybody get to experience to just combine energies together. Um, I wanted to create something, a platform that was free where you don't have to go pay, and so that's my idea behind it. But every so often I will have guests, and as we grow, and we I just started this, so just trying to serve the light in from the heart.
Fantastic.
Whatever happens, happens. Whatever whoever wants to join, cool. If they don't want to join, that's okay too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
And Sam, please explain, is this online or in person or both?
no Zoom. I would send you a Zoom link.
Okay.
It's on Zoom only. So if you send me an email, I'll send you a Zoom link. If you can join, welcome your energy. And I want to get to a point where let's say we get enough light workers to start doing meditation together, where each individual can lead a meditation on a certain day. Like, okay, I'll lead the meditation this Wednesday, or next Wednesday could be me that leading the meditation. So that kind of a stuff is what my approach is going to be.
Fantastic. And so please, for people listening, what is your email?
It's SJ Sohal, SJSOHAL at gmail.com.
Would you like to do a little bit of a meditation this evening, or is it too short notice?
It I was heading somewhere, so it would be very difficult for me to add. Otherwise, yeah, I would love to come back and do the meditation like we did the last time we did. Maybe do an opening prayer and kind of bring everybody together and do a small meditation.
That would be fantastic, Sam. That would be really
Okay.
fantastic. Let me
Okay.
know when you want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Colin. You're welcome. It's it's an honor and a blessing for you to be doing that, because I know that your energy is very special.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so where do I begin? Um, Goodness. Where do I begin? Let's have kind of a silent meditation where we just sit in the silence. I don't know if that's Sam's energy influence coming through, but it probably is actually. Sometimes when I'm with in the mostly in the past when I've met really spiritual people like my Buddhist teacher or um, other spiritual teachers that I've met previously in my past history, when I've been in their presence, I've not wanted to speak. I've not wanted to talk. I've just wanted to sit down with them and even sometimes hold their hand. And that was never a sexual thing. That was just, I wanted to connect with them and just kind of bliss out into a blissful state. And I kind of feel like I want to do that now. And it's a little bit more difficult doing it, or awkward, I would say, doing it on a video or a live stream or a podcast, because there's not many people that really get that or understand that how blissful silence can be. So, but I'm going to go there this evening. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to become very quiet. And if you want to, you can close your eyes and you can step into a meditative state. You can use any practices you've heard or know where you just are silent. I guess it's called finding your center as well. Maybe we could begin with um, any questions you may have. Dia, I'm not sure if you have any questions.
Questions for the collective?
Any questions at all?
Are you doing the card reading now?
I'm going to do that in a few minutes. I just kind of wanted to give time to answering some questions, if anyone has any.
I have a health question.
Is it is it maybe keep that for the reading then? Maybe
Okay. Yeah,
that
it's a
would seem
personal issue that
yeah,
is,
yes.
yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, maybe keep that for the reading then. And that would give a good opportunity for um for that to come through.
I was also thinking about some things that Dennis had said yesterday
What did Dennis say yesterday?
regarding what he had gotten about the whole world situation about a week ago. And I was just wondering if it seems like different people see different things, different outcomes. And I wonder if some people are chosen to see specific timelines in order to help collapse them. That's what came through for me today.
I would say absolutely. And I think yeah, absolutely. I think there are different timelines going on and at play and to come. And they keep reminding me, especially lately, that love wins. Um, because there is a much bigger at play, much bigger um, story or situation at play here. It's not a story, but a situation at play where the ascension process involves everything within the universe being on the trajectory of an evolutionary period. So it, I didn't word that very well. I'm sorry. So everything within the universe is on an evolutionary upgrade and evolving, including the Pleiadians. And they have said to me quite surprising, I found it quite surprising when they said, we will not let you devolve this time like you did in Atlantis because it affects everything within the universe, not just human ETs or humanity, but also us and our brothers and sisters, the Syrians, the Lyrians, the Andromedans, and many others that are not even known of or named or spoken about yet. So, yes, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I know Christy didn't, or I mean,
Yeah.
Renturis didn't bring that up at all, but it was just something, it just kept rattling around in my brain. And I was like, why do some people see horrific outcomes and others see something completely blissful? Why is there this disparity? And that's why it just sort of, I thought, well, maybe some people are meant to collapse the timeline.
I think people are seeing different timelines. Um, and for anyone watching now and wondering what Dia is referring to, there was a channeling yesterday. Um, so that is on my YouTube if you want to go back and watch that, where Christy Clark was channeling Renturus and I kind of left the Zoom meeting because I had to go and cook some dinner, but Dennis took charge for me and he was talking. I still believe very much that Trump is a good guy. And I hope I'm not wrong about that. I am here, guys. I haven't gone anywhere. I am just, I kind of feel like I came on a bit early, even though I didn't. I feel like I'm still preparing for whatever comes this evening, and maybe I will go into a channeling. But just a note for everyone, I think I'm going to keep on doing the live streams. I think that will just, I think I probably will just be incorporating that into what we've already been doing and the Pleiadian channeling and all of that with the Cosmic Starseed Academy. I think I would just keep on doing the live streams on YouTube as well. Um, so yeah, and I will, and if you give me a few minutes, I will turn my camera back on. I am quite kind of new-ish to live streams, although I used to do them. I'm becoming familiar with them again, and it has been a while. It's been a good 3 years, I'd say. No, 4 years actually, since I've gone live properly on YouTube. Mostly because my laptop is so old, it stopped allowing me. But I'm sure Dennis came in one day and secretly upgraded my website. Or my Zoom, I mean. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to start with um, a reading for the collective using the angel cards, and then I'll go around the group. If you have any questions, I'm more than happy to do um, mini readings for you guys. I do love doing the um, collective readings, which I mean, I'm very used to and love doing readings for people, but more recently I've started doing readings for the collective. And I haven't done many of them. I've only done about 4 of them, but they always go really well. And oh, okay. Um, all of you. Okay, so there was a card that fell out there, which is and more. Okay, thank you. So the cards are falling out. So um oh, okay. This is quite big, what's coming through. I say big, I mean important. Yeah, it's a big year. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me choose 7, and that's plenty. Um, 5, 6, 7. Wow, it's a big year. It's a very big year. I know it's the year of the horse that I believe starts in April. Um, but it's a very big year. And I, do you know, I've been doing readings for people since 2000, the year 2000. And I started off by doing it for donations for something like 20, not euros, but I was in Scotland at the time, so it was sterling, 20 pounds. 20 pounds it was in 2000. So I've been doing them for a long time. And more recently in 2019, 2020, I began to watch Tarot by Janine, where she was giving readings for the collective, for humanity. And I was thinking to myself when I first discovered her, I don't think I could do that. That's what my thought was. But actually, you know, the the 3 or 4 readings I've given, I was really surprised. And it feels very in alignment with the collective whenever I'm doing these. So about 4 cards fell out and I chose 3. So the top 3 cards are also for all of us here. I would say actually all of them. And so this reading is really, it is for the collective, but it's for the collective as of starseeds, which we here now are all starseeds, all of us. So this feels, it's very much for the collective, but the collective of starseeds on, I want to say your planet, not our planet. And that feels like the Pleiadian influence with me coming through. So maybe I will do a channeling. I don't know. We'll see. But so this is 3, 6, 7, 7 cards, and these are Doreen Virtue, the Ascended Masters. It's a very old box of cards. I've had it at least 10 years, and some of them are a bit weathered and torn, but I work well with them, and I don't really want to or see any need to get new ones. So this is the spiritual teacher. So I'll do an overall, what the cards are saying overall, and then I'll go into each one individually. But these cards are very much a message for star seeds that we're on track. And what they're showing me right now is, and I've seen this before, is that there's a couple of different aspects at play there, but the name Ashtar, who is Ashtar, commander of the Pleiadian collective, Ashtar, commander in chief, his name was originally a star, and it became Ashtar instead of a star. And there's and also with Hollywood stars, that was, the word star represents star seeds, and it was what is the word, when the cabal or the Illuminati go in and twist everything, invert everything. They inverted the word, twisted the word star, because star originally, star seed, you know, more or less the same word. Hollywood stars are seen as being revered, and we look up to them, and they're seen as being on pedestals, which is not what starseeds are about. But starseeds are the real kind of Hollywood stars, and they've inverted that and used a lot of dark magic and programming to kind of invert all of that Hollywood stardom, whereas originally the plan was, and still is, for starseeds to come on to the earth plane to show humanity. Thank you. I can feel myself going into a channeling. To show humanity the real truth of your planet and what and one of the original plans and your real history, and not to be revered as starseeds, but to be way showers and truthers and galactic beings, and how deeply connected to your cosmic bloodlines and your celestial DNA. So that's very interesting. The energy has really changed for me here today. I went from crawling out of bed to do this Zoom, and now my energy is just very different to how I started the Zoom. I'm full of energy, and Yeah, so it's interesting how the Pleiadians can really change my own energy. And I do feel that Sam has a big part to play in my energy this evening. I feel that he's kind of turned up my dial and um, given me an oomph of energy, an increase in energy. It's always delightful to be around Sam. And okay, so back to the reading. So the cards represent what we will be doing this year as starseeds. Also, what we're meant to be doing this year as starseeds. So stepping forward with the teachings that we are born to do. Flow of prosperity has started in February. For many of us, things are changing. We are moving forward. Some of us physically, dear. Opening your heart to love and Jesus. The return of the Christ consciousness. And Jesus, I've been shown, was Pleiadian, is Pleiadian. His mom was human and his father was not human. Birth, growth, fertility is new beginnings. It's rarely a physical baby being born. It's more about new beginnings. And that's coming in March, which we're already in. Freedom, choice, decisions, timelines, energy, creation. What is it we want to create? And remember that we are the creators of our own reality, individually and collectively. Crystals, color, sound, frequency, awareness, intuition, healing, forest, nature, spirit guides, angelics, Atlantis, Lemuria, all of the higher or non-physical 3D realities, even fairies and elves, unicorns, goblins, nature spirits, all of which there are thousands of nature spirits, different types of nature spirits. This is more of an etheric energy or a higher dimensional energy. It's not a 3D energy. Taking charge of our emotions, especially in these current days with current situations. The water represents the emotions. It's very important that we take control of or guide our own emotions and not to be overwhelmed with current situations that are beyond our seemingly beyond our control, such as Trump making certain decisions or Putin making certain decisions or whoever, whether they're good or bad. Good or bad people. I do believe that both Trump and Putin are good guys, are white hats. I still believe that. And I hope I'm not wrong. And I think the future will show us if I'm wrong or not. I also know that they have said that within the last couple of days, the last week, that all will be revealed and that there is more information to come out globally on a big scale of information that we're not being shown at the moment. We're not being shown at the moment. So, and that's very much to do with Trump and the other countries that are involved. I'm going to pause there. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Does anyone have any questions? Can anyone hear me? Are you guys still there?
No questions for me. We are here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if Rhonda might have a question.
Okay.
I don't have a question. I'm just kind of digesting what you said because I know Dia knows this, but I don't see things the same way that you do on some of this. So I'm just going to be open-minded and listen.
I'm one of those rare people on earth that I'm probably because of the trauma, but I'm very good at standing back and observing. And that's probably partly to do with disassociating from myself as a child, which kept me somewhat safe. So please go ahead and share what your heart says, Rhonda. I'm open to listening to what you have to say and your opinion and how you feel about things. I'm not going to dismiss you or censor you because you have a different opinion, because that is crazy. I know a lot of people on earth do that, but it's pretty crazy to do that.
Um, hmm. I all but believe that Trump is the Antichrist or one of the Antichrists. I really don't see, I mean, and it could be that we have to go through this tumultuous time to get to a better place. And that's part of what we as light workers are here to help assimilate. But I feel like we're going through a very tumultuous time, and it's a very unsettling time. And I'm hoping that in the long run, things turn out well, but I'm not so sure that they're going to. I just have a really deep, unsettled feeling about things. I don't feel secure.
Is it only because of Trump that you feel that way?
No, it's just in the in general, the whole world feels like it's wobbling to me. People don't know right from wrong. They don't know the truth. Everything's being scrambled, and we're being fed so much misinformation that it's just very difficult to sort it all out and find the right path and where you want to go. So I have been trying really hard to stay in a neutral place and focus more inwardly than outwardly, if that makes sense.
Absolutely, and that's really what we need to be doing. It's essential. It's essential that we focus on our internal navigation and our internal systems and our bodies and nurturing ourselves, and stop focusing on what's happening in the outside world. Because when we focus on that, fear will naturally arise within us. That is what we are creating or helping to manifest and build all of that negative stuff, especially when we have fear around it. So we really need to stand back and just be observing much more than kind of reacting. And that goes whether you believe Trump is good or bad or neutral or the devil or an angel. And maybe in different timelines, he is both. maybe in one timeline he is a devil, and maybe in another timeline he is an angel. Aren't we all of everything? Aren't we aspects of God's source itself? Sam, do you want to add anything to that? Or anyone else?
I do believe it's more of an inner self, inner thought that can make you like a good and a bad. So the idea is really to, like you said earlier, just stay within.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I almost would use the word withdrawn. I just feel sometimes like I have to protect myself, and I've found I'm being more quiet than I ever have probably been, because that feels safe to me.
Yeah, I resonate with that.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot of safety in being quiet. And of course, that quietness is not, for me anyway, it's not going to last forever. But for now, I do need to be quiet or more of an observer, especially with Trump. And they have said, let things play out. Just watch things unfold. And I do believe there are different timelines. I do believe, yeah. Dia, go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to acknowledge what you're feeling, Rhonda. You said you feel like the world is wobbly. It is.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not incorrect on picking up on that. It's definitely wobbly as we are moving through this to get to the other side.
And thank you for acknowledging that. I tend to be a little introverted anyway, and so I easily get overstimulated by a lot of noise. And lately I have had to just sort of turn off media and back away from a lot of different things, even conversations that I used to have with, friends or family, because I just feel like I need to, the only word I can think of is be more inward, and that helps me stay focused and not be critical or judgmental of other people's opinions or views, but to just stay in sort of a neutral zone and focus on what I'm supposed to be doing here and not what everybody else is doing.
It sounds like you're doing the perfect thing. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Yeah. In fact, Christy, who channels Rentoris, Rentoris also often talks about be careful with what you watch, spend more time going within. And the more we do go within, the more we help shift the planet, actually, which is interesting. Because we're raising our own light.
That makes sense to me. Yes. Yeah, that's why I like to get up early in the morning, and I've been doing this for several years. I go out and walk for like 4 or 5 miles, and I love to be in the dark and just where the stars, and it's just quiet, and I don't have to interact with anybody. I can just be.
I'm feeling that energy with you, Rhonda, and I'm feeling it's because you are deeply connected to a positive group of aliens. I'm not sure who they are. I'm not sure if it's Pleiadian or Syrian or a mixture, but I'm feeling that real deep peace within you because things are quiet. There's a different energy in that type of time of morning when things are, or when it's not full light yet.
Right, right.
A beautiful peace, full time.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel bad to me. I'm not saying that. Actually, it's more comforting to me at this point.
What's more comforting?
The quiet and going more inward and not being so involved in what's going on in the world.
Have you been able to go swimming? The seaweed, the ocean would be very good for you, I think.
Well, we just did that, didn't we, Dia? But we didn't swim because the water was too cold, but we walked for many miles on the beach, and that was good for me.
I'm sorry I missed that, but that's great. But so the seaweed and the salt would be really good for you.
Yes, yes, it always is. And I'm a water sign, so that resonates with me as well.
Yeah, we're planning another beach trip next week.
Fantastic.
Yes, yes. Dia has really been a blessing, and it's so interesting how we connected, but I'm really glad that we did. I feel a deep connection to her, so it's been really good.
Fantastic. It's funny how people that we have a deep connection to instantly just suddenly turn up in our lives.
Yes. Well, I don't believe in coincidence, so I think that it was all meant to be. And yeah, it's good to find somebody. It's not, I have a very small circle of friends, and that's by choice. So I don't let too many people into my world, but I felt very safe with Dia.
Wow.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you, Dia.
We have some questions here in the YouTube live chat. I don't know if you guys want to go on and have a look, but very interesting questions. So, Art Abus Niece 6779. There are people channeling messages. There are people channeling messages saying that a positive outcome is coming very soon, while others say we are heading down a very dark and destructive path. The same thing happens with people who continuing read read tarot cards. Some predict positive outcomes and others predict negative ones. How is it possible that so many different outcomes are being seen? It can be very confusing for people who are trying to understand what is happening and who are trying to listen to their intuition. Will we experience all possible timelines as part of who we are? Timelines are always changing. Yes, so Art Abus Niece 6779. Yes, I think you've kind of answered the question as well as asking it. I think it is because of different timelines. Yes, and yeah, I think it's because of different timelines that people are experiencing and will continue to experience different things. And time is one of my friends says it's like she explains it as being like the treadmill at the gym where it's kind of malfunctioning and it's going wobbly and it wobbles. Time seems to be like that since well, I don't know how long since, but at least for me, since 2019, it seems to have been wobbling. And I know that time has speeded up, but sometimes it feels like it's slowed down as well. So that's where the wobble comes in. Any questions before we do the cards? So for those guys on YouTube, for everyone on YouTube that are watching now and also asking questions, I'd like to invite you to come and join these Saturday and Sunday groups for free, and you can ask questions there while I'm doing a channeling. I'm much better at being able to answer questions while I'm in a channeling with Ashtar and the Pleiadian Collective. So you can get the link on my website, which is somaara.love. And if you go to the Cosmic Starseed Academy page, you will see the links if you scroll down a little bit to where it says regular weekly events. On that page, you'll see some Zoom links. You do need to register, but it is free. So I'd like to invite you to do that, and then you can come and ask whatever questions you would like. So before we get to do the readings this evening for everyone, go ahead, Dia.
I was wondering, since you said this was for the collective, is there a bit of a time frame for this? Is this for the next month, the next week, the next year?
Great question. So I would say that it's for the next 7 months. And I feel that it started in February. So a lot of us are stepping up to being more of a spiritual teacher, which was the first card, which began in February. I know that officially the Fire Horse year doesn't start till April, I think. But energetically, I've been feeling that the Fire Horse year has already started. So I think it's going to be the next 7 months. And there is 7 cards here. Is there 7? Yes, there is 7 cards. So between February, which has already started, and the 7 cards and 7 months, and of course the Pleiadian 7, which is the Pleiadians are very connected to 7 stars, 7 sisters. Well, there's actually 9, but they're known as having 7. So that's interesting, the 7 connection there. But yeah, I think it's going to be 7 months.
Thank you.
Sam has put in the Zoom chat, no, but I'm not sure what you mean, Sam. Do you mean no to CDS or
No, I just didn't have any question. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just
through a really bad.
Do you have any support around you, Rhonda?
No, not really.
Well, you've got a Dia now.
I do.
So who would like a reading next?
I would like a reading.
Is that Rhonda?
Yeah. I have a lot going on in my my life and with my writing, and I just want to make sure. I think what my question would be that I would like an answer to is that I'm serving the purpose that I was put on Earth for, and that my writing is connected or not to that, because I feel very strongly that it is. And am I going in the right direction? Because I really think I am, but I, I would like some guidance there.
Okay, love. So I would say absolutely you're on the right path. I feel that I don't know if it's emotionally or energetically. I feel you've been a bit down lately, and I can kind of hear it in your voice. I might close my eyes and for this because I feel you need a bit of a deeper reading or session. So I'm going to close my eyes for this, and then I will open my eyes and do some cards for you. But I'm feeling that you've been a bit down, a bit maybe under the weather, emotionally a bit down, a bit heavy. I feel that your stomach has kind of been out of off center. I see it as being off center a little bit. You've got many past lives. Oh, I feel you're coming back into alignment. I feel you've been a bit off center lately, and I feel it's no coincidence that you've met Dia recently. I feel that I see an image of her. I often work in images. I see an image of her actually walking on the beach with you. And I don't think this is a physical image. I'm seeing it's more etheric or energetic, where she's wanting to get hold of your hand and lead you back onto a more self-empowering path. I feel that you've been a bit down, a bit under the weather, and I'm not sure if that's energetically or physically when I say physically, I mean having a low physical energy. Emotional resistance is what I'm hearing. Um, I do feel that you're on the right path, but I feel there's a lot more to come for you, a lot more for you to be doing. So it's kind of like an upgrade or an upping what you do. I feel that you need to get yourself out there more, and I feel that that will come in the future when you are more energized. And I would highly recommend getting into that ocean and swimming, and I know I need to do this for myself as well, even though it's very cold here in Ireland, but getting into that ocean and allowing your body to absorb the minerals and the nutrients from the salts and the sea and the seaweed and all of that. All of that. So I'm going to pull some cards, and your writing is going to be well known. Well known. And I feel that you'll be branching out into more, I know you said it earlier, but more screen plays or scripts or more productions where other people are involved in those productions, where they're on stage and acting. And I see a stage. I see more of like a theater type. And New York is on the cards for you. I don't know if you're going there or if that's where the plays are on, thank you, on the stage, but New York is on the cards for you. There's something going on with family at the moment. I'm not sure what it is, but it feels a bit rocky, like I'm seeing an image of a rocky boat, which I often see when there's situations that are kind of rocky emotionally. So, and I also feel that you have children. I don't know if that's correct or not, but I do see a younger female Oh, huh. I do see a younger female around you, and this card just fell out. That's why I was laughing.
That's completely true because it's my daughter who just texted me while you were talking that her husband wants a divorce and she's very unhappy and upset.
Oh, goodness. That
Hmm.
is devastating.
Yes.
So that's,
So
yeah, I'm so
that's
sorry.
that's been going on now for about a week, and she had given him some time to think about what he wanted to do, and she just sent out a text message to everyone in the family saying that he said it's over and he doesn't want to be with her anymore. So yeah, that just happened
I'm so sorry. And
while
I
you were
can,
talking.
I'm so sorry. And I can feel that she doesn't want what she doesn't want it to end, and he wants it to end. And I feel that it will end. And that's just like an explosion going off for her.
Yeah.
And there's no changing his mind. He's adamant that his decision now, he may change it in the future. Um, I don't know, but for now, she needs to really let go of that and kind of withdraw from him and the world and go on her own healing journey because she's really been hit energetically, knocked out,
Yeah.
devastated. So
Yeah.
my heart really goes out to her.
Actually, she'll be better off without him.
You know what I'm seeing, Rhonda, is I'm seeing an image of an abusive relationship where and I'm not saying that he's abusing her. I'm not saying that. What I'm
Right.
saying is that I'm seeing an image of an abusive relationship where the woman keep staying and allowing herself to be hit and hit and hit. And I don't think that they're in that type of relationship, but I feel that she's getting whacked or hit at the moment emotionally and needs to leave and withdraw and become like what is the word? A cocoon where she steps back emotionally and goes somewhere physically that is a safety place for her. Maybe that's with you.
It
Um,
could be. Yeah.
kind of a cocoon type energy to go and away and heal or and accept the the situation, and that's my heart really goes out to her.
Oh, thank you.
Tai Chi would be very good for you, and yoga,
Okay.
and to move energy through your body. I feel there's a bit of energy there that's kind of stuck, and I feel it's kind of emotional, but I also feel it's linked to your stomach, which makes sense because often our emotions are linked to our heart center or heart chakra or stomach chakra. Um, so something from the past that was hurtful for you, I feel like you often, I noticed at my mum's funeral that I was sucking in energy, grief, and breathing it in and putting it down to my heart center. And then I was pushing it even further down to my stomach. So the heart and the stomach center are often where we hold grief. So maybe I feel with you that there's some of that going on from the
Yeah,
past.
that's sure. Yeah, that's very possible.
I'm going to have to, with the readings for everyone else this evening, I'm going to have to limit it. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to limit it to one question per person, if that's okay. So who would like to go next? Who would like a mini reading? Oh, Dia?
Okay, so I have been working on healing my kidneys. Something just it flared up about the end of January, actually. And I've been seeing a natural practitioner and on certain supplements. And at the last visit, which was a little over about a week and a half ago, he said that it's the adrenal glands were affecting my kidneys. And then he was looking around further and found out that there's my thyroid that was affecting everything. I thought I was getting better, and I don't know if it's because I'm moving stuff now because I'm moving, and so I'm lifting a lot of things, and my lower back is in a lot of pain today, and I don't know if that's because of the kidneys or if it's just the lower back, and I'm a little concerned. So I just wanted to see, is there something more I should be doing for my kidneys?
Okay.
I've been
Okay.
doing some acupressure, or I'm sorry, what do you call it, where you touch certain points? Reflexology.
Yes, reflexology. You took the words out of my mouth. Yeah. So, well, firstly, let me say that in my understand, I'm not a doctor, but in my understanding, all of those things you mentioned are connected. They're not separate from each other. You know, the Western doctors, they're taught, so it's not their fault, but they're taught that the systems are separate, and they're not. They work in conjunction with each other. When you look at the meridian system, it's lines of energy that are connected. So I would say all those conditions are connected. I would say I'd also say to reach out to Dennis for some healing. I also feel that reaching out to Sam Sohal would help as well. And what else was I getting? There was something else there. Oh, yes, thank you. So I'm being shown that you've been taking I'm seeing a bottle of some type of liquid that you've been taking. And it looks to me like it's on the kitchen counter. I'm very visual, so I get images, you know.
I'm not sure. Does this have a label, or is it just water in a bottle?
I don't know. But all I know is that it's a bottle of liquid on a kitchen counter. That you've been taking.
Is that bad for me or what? I'm not taking a supplement that's in a liquid form.
Is there one that you've been meaning to take that's liquid?
No, I mean, what I do is I have my water in bottles on my counter. It's got shungite in it. It's not a supplement per se. I thought initially a bottle I had taken when I was doing a parasite cleanse. The parasite cleanse seemed to kick this issue into gear, into high gear.
Okay, that's why I'm seeing it.
It was a bottle of liquid minerals.
Yeah, I feel that I feel, yes, it kick-started it. It was too strong for you at the time. So I would do maybe just a cleanse with water, or something to kind of detox your body, even lemon juice, but something that is natural. When I say natural, I mean like foods or pumpkin seeds, or because it feels like that parasite cleanse, although it was a good thing, it feels like it has overwhelmed your system. And kind of what I'm seeing is like a ping of light going off where it's just reacted to your body and kind of kick-started a negative ball rolling within your body. I think lemon would be good for you, and also yogurt. And I know that you're very good and careful with food. Maybe try and get some milk of magnesium.
Is that it says milk of magnesium, so milk of magnesia, is that it has magnesium in it? I've been taking magnesium. I've been doing the pumpkin seeds. I stopped lemon, but I still have it. I've been doing ginger. I stopped doing my nettle tea. Maybe I should go back to that too.
Yes, but very weak nettle tea. And always trust your own intuition over what anyone else says, including me.
Right.
Pumpkin seeds would be good for you, and papaya seeds. Mangoes and pineapples, all those types of yellow fruit. I hope that helps, dear. And maybe we could continue that in some in some of the other groups as well, like the Wednesday or next Saturday.
Okay. Well, it sounds like I'm on the right path because I've been doing the pumpkin seeds. I don't know how to get papaya seeds. And it's funny because the other day I bought a mango. So I'll get some more and some pineapple and lemon.
It's funny because I just find it very funny when, people say that to me, when they say back to me, well, I've been doing that and that and that, because it shows me how guided they are, how much they're listening to their own guides and intuition. And I was reading the other day that or saw that the skin of pineapple is very good for us. If we boil it and strain it or chop it up and blend it. And I bought myself some the other day, but of course I bought an organic one. But we have to be so careful when we do stuff like that, because even the stuff that's called organic, a lot of it isn't organic and doesn't go off. when after weeks and weeks and weeks. I've bought organic apples that have sat in my fridge sometimes for months, and I know they're not organic because they're not going off. So even when stuff is labeled organic, we have to be very careful, especially when we're taking the skin of it and using it or boiling it or eating it. But of course it does affect the whole fruit, not just the skin, when it's been sprayed with chemicals and stuff. Okay, so let's move on to either Sam or Seth. And please do reach out to Dennis Mulcahy for healing, because he's one of the most amazing healers I've ever met. And you can find, for those listening, you can find him on my Facebook friends called Dennis Mulcahy. Dennis, Denis, and then Mulcahy is Mulcahy. So who would like a question? We've Seth and Sam here.
I would accept just a sort of general card selection. Yeah, I guess I don't have any specific questions right now. If that's not harder.
Okay. Just bear with me a second, Seth. So I'm just looking at the YouTube chat here, and Yuzel says, me too. I don't know what to do with my life. I'm stuck. And then goes on to say saffron is very good for thyroid. I'll have to have a look into that myself as well, but I felt that was for Dia. So yeah, Yuzel, if you want to come and get a reading with me, they're half price at the moment. You can go on to my website, somaara.love. And that's also for anyone listening as well that would like that would like a reading. If you're listening in the future, my readings and services are half price at the moment. And I'm not even sure how long they will remain for half price. But if you want to have a look, see, it's somaara.love. So I'm sorry, Seth. Please say that again. I got very distracted there. I am sorry. Forgive me. But what were you saying?
I'm okay. Maybe Sam wants to go.
Okay. Sam? Seth, this is for you. It just fell out. The water represents the emotions. So it's about taking charge of our own emotions and calming the waters, and not it's not having a knee-jerk reaction, and just kind of taking charge of your emotions. Yeah. Oh, retreating into nature as well. The Green Man. So spending time in nature and communicating, building relationship with the nature spirits and trees. And actually, as I'm looking at your image on the Zoom, there's a lot of the Green Man energy in you. Yeah. So I hope that's okay, Seth. I know that
Thank you.
okay, darling. I know that we have to book in a free session for you. I know that you would benefit from a reading, and I did say the other day that if you'd like a reading, I'm happy to give you one if you want to do it online. I don't know if you're open to that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great. So send me a message with a time, and I'll Yeah, I'll put it in my calendar.
Cool.
I also want to give a shout out to Emily this evening. Please, everyone, send Emily some healing. She's recently broken her ankle and she's in surgery. I think she's recovering, resting now at least after the surgery. But please, everyone, do send Emily healing. Yeah. Sam, do you have any questions?
No, Soma.
Okay. New beginnings for you, Sam.
Thank you.
Very much to do with music and frequency and sound, or almost kind of like somatics, where you're creating through sound and frequency. I don't know if it's humming or toning.
Well, a lot of sensation type of vibration, very calming.
Okay. You have a Native American life, past life, or spirit guide, who you've known before, and this card fell out for you, which is Native American, but also to do with peace offering. But I feel it's more to do with past life and the Native American tribes as I'm looking at it. And the return of the ancestors, return of the white buffalo, return of knowledge in our galactic history, return of the ancient ancestors, return of the medicine, return of all of the sacred. I just keep hearing return of, and then there's 100 words that could follow that. Medicine, tradition, wisdom, ancient, galactic, star brothers and sisters, return of the shaman, return of the ancestors, return of the medicine, return of the sound, return of the meditation, return of the etheric dial. Okay, guys, I kind of feel like I just want to retreat back into my little room and come off the Zoom. So I'm just going to do that. Is there anything anyone would like to add before we go? Usual said on YouTube says, yeah, I may get Zoom. Do. It's free to download. And I have the paid version, so we can connect on Zoom without it costing you anything, which is fantastic. So would anyone like to add anything before I close the space this evening? I wish Dennis was here to do the prayers, but he's busy working.
Just thank you. It was really a nice, refreshing, different day. It was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you guys for being here. What's that?
Thank you so much.
You're
It
welcome,
was so
darling.
pleasure to see you after such a long time.
I know. Where have you been?
Well, my Sunday, there's the classes I've been doing from starts from 10 to 11, so that takes up an hour, and then I have to get ready and all that. So it's like I haven't had time to catch up with you.
Well, it's great to have you back, and it's great to see you. You've really perked up my energy, and you always do. You always do. I think there's such a strong past life connection between us, and I've always been aware of past life connection since I was a child, so it's not new to me. And I've become more used to seeing it instantly, or
Oh, that's
recognizing
nice.
it instantly. So, hello.
No,
Yeah.
well, give me some time or email me so where you and I can just do some meditation together.
I'd love that.
That'd be nice.
Yes, I'd
And
love that.
my love and gratitude to everybody that's attending the today's event. And like the other sister was saying, stay within yourself. Going inside is where our strength is. That's what connects us to the divine. And that's where we want to be. So much love to everybody.
You too.
And thank you.
Good to meet you.
Likewise.